Today I will show you how to get the iPhone 3.0 software on your iPod Touch or iPhone for free. So first thing you're going to want to do is go to the link in the description to the right of this video, and you'll see a link a link to a site that lets you download any firmware. It's like about 200 megabytes large. So once that's downloaded, you're going to go into your iTunes, and on a Mac it's going to be Option click. On a Windows it's Shift click. So you're going to go and you're going to find your firmware wherever you downloaded it to. One sec, I have to unzip it. Desktop, and I have an iPod Touch 2nd generation. And then I'll also be showing you how to jailbreak your iPod Touch 2nd generation on 3.0 firmware. There's no restore needed at all either. It's probably the easiest jailbreak I've ever used. But as you can see, my iPod is running 3.0 firmware. I have the spotlight, and just to prove to you, let me go into my settings. General, about, and right there. Let me zoom in that for you. See where it's just, my camera's not focusing. 3.0 7/8. That's the number. So there we go. And it is jailbroken also. I can show you I clearly have Cydia and Icy. Mobile Finder does not work, just to let you know that though. It just crashes because it's not yet compatible on 3.0. Okay, so the firmware, one sec, what the hell happened? Okay, one thing to let you know that when you're downloading the firmware, mine for some reason got all messed up. But when you're downloading it, make sure you're using Mozilla Firefox, because Safari just screws the whole thing up. So you're going to go through and you're going to find whichever firmware is appropriate to your iPod. So I have an iPod Touch 2nd gen, and I'll download the 3.0 firmware. I mean, unless you've already upgraded, then you won't have to do this. But it's probably going to take a while. So I will pause the screen record and be back in 1 second. So as you can see, my firmware is just downloaded and I saved it to my desktop. But before we start, I have to delete these two files. Okay, so I have the firmware right here for my iPod Touch 2nd generation. So next thing you want to do is you're going to want to go into iTunes and just remember that you're going to want to have to shift click, or I mean, if you're on a Windows, you're going to shift click. If you're on a Mac, Option click, and go into wherever you saved your firmware. I saved it to my desktop, so I'll click Open, and it's just going to go through and extract the software. This is going to take a while, but and my iPod Touch seems like it's not affected by it yet, but it will be. And what you're going to do is you're just going to let it restore, and then there you go. You should be on 3.0 when you're done. So yeah, thanks. Remember, comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.